Super ShowDown.
Yep.
It's finally over.
Yep. That it is.
For anybody that got up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Saturday morning to watch Super ShowDown live, more power to you. I've been a wrestling fan for 20 years and I can't do it.
Who the hell's doing that?
There were people that did it. Lots of people did it.
I would do it for a New Japan show. I'm not doing it for no throwaway show. Ain't no way.
But I don't think this was a throwaway show. We'll get to that.
No, that was good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. It is in this very ring. It is Jax. It is Ritz. It's the Ritzatron 5000. Yes, I'm sticking with it.
What happened to 1 through 4,000? Anyway. Exactly. Jesus.
Okay, so we start off with Pep Rally. Pep Rally. Pyro.
Wait, Pep Rally? What the
Pep
hell?
Rally, yeah, no. It's been a long day.
Okay.
Right? No, we get Pyro, and there's going to be a theme throughout the course of tonight. Something that I've been talking about a lot lately. I'm tired of these out of country shows getting the extra flair, getting the extra pop. Why can't we get them?
Because we don't get the shows. I mean, we get the shows all the time.
I understand that, but that's my other thing to it. It's like, we're your everyday audience. I don't mean to take anything away from Australia because they were on fire tonight.
Right.
But we're your everyday audience. Give me something.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about it is that because we're the everyday audience, we get the opportunity to see them fairly frequently. Australia doesn't get shows once a year, if that. So whenever you actually go over there, it's a big deal. Let's make this as memorable for you guys as we possibly can. We're going to bring everything that we had before. We're going to pull out all the stops. We're going to make this show the greatest show you've ever seen in your life. Because we don't know when we'll be back. We might be back next year. We might be back 3 years from now.
And
but
that's fair.
If you've gone, if you physically went, you're going to say the next time they come in, I'm for sure going. No question.
And if you didn't,
you're going to want to go. Yeah.
Benefit that not benefit. One thing I also really enjoyed before any of the matches get started, it was already dark out.
Uh-huh.
One of the things that I'm not liking when they do these outside shows, and it's more so when they do them on the West Coast, is that it's daylight outside when these guys are coming down to the ring. To me, there's something about it already being dark out outside. You already have that natural dark lighting.
It's like a show.
It
the
is.
Show
It's
begins
like
at night when it's dark.
It's like a true show. So we start off the night. Oh yeah, we're talking about Super ShowDown.
Yeah, FYI.
I totally forgot that slide was in there. So we start out tonight with the SmackDown Tag Team title match. The New Day versus The Bar. Representing the New Day tonight, it was Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. They're being dubbed as Speed Force. I mean, I get the comic book reference and all, but I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't like it. I think that's a dumbass name for a great group.
It is, and I get the comic book reference, right?
Yeah,
it's a Flash thing and everything like that, and they're all big comic book fans. But come up with something more New Day, not more up, down, down.
Dumb as shit. I don't. Up, down, down is the New Day. Period. You can't. The only difference is that Xavier Woods created the show and is continuing to make it a spectacle where they're breaking the fourth wall. Up, down, down is New Day, and New Day is up, down, down. 110%. They ride together, they eat together, they train together, they do everything together. They're on up, down, down together a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's part of the show. So much so that up, down, down has officially leaked into their gear. It's leaked into
their moveset.
His finisher is called the Limit Break. It's a video game reference to Final Fantasy.
And
I'm
then
not mad at
when
this.
it's Big E and Xavier, their finish is up, down, down, I believe.
No, it's still called the Midnight Hour.
No, Michael Cole called it up, down, down, like 2 months ago.
No, he does. He calls it up, down, down because someone goes up to the top and they come down. So Michael Cole dumb as shit. So he comes up with that stupid ass reference.
Fair enough.
But it is still called.
I thought they changed it.
Nah, fam.
Okay. Great.
Oh yeah, and he has a Hadouken as a move as well. So.
Great pop for the Bar.
Yeah.
Coming out, and then we roll right into the Raw team on commentary. Renee Young, Corey Graves, Michael Cole, which is, in my opinion, the preferred team that I would want calling this show.
Yeah, I don't want Tom Phillips.
Nothing against Tom Phillips. I think he's great, but
he's not the voice I need though.
Exactly for this caliber show. As much as Michael Cole annoys the hell out of me sometimes, it was still nice to have him a part of the show.
The only other person I want to swap him out with would be Mauro Ranallo, because that's my guy.
Oh,
that is my guy. Him and Nigel are dope.
Put it
together.
in a box, wrap it up, and put a bow on it. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, because Mauro and Renee, when they do commentary, is fantastic. So good. So good.
Illegitimate trombones. Did you catch that line from Corey Graves?
I don't listen to commentary that much anymore because the only voice that really pierces through nowadays, and it's nothing against Corey, but he's been watered down a little bit. And I'm not trying to knock him for his job, but he just doesn't have the same pizzazz that he had before. The only voice that I hear is Renee, because Renee just drops something and then she just goes back out. Like, she's not going hardcore like Corey is.
She comes in like Tracer, drops a bomb,
and bounces out. Like, bounce away, I'm out. Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So Cesaro ends up taking the pin after a backstabber double stomp, which I haven't seen before.
I don't recall that ever being their finisher. I knew they had a backstabber move similar to that, but I never realized that they had a double stomp attached to it, because it's like you said, a backstabber.
It was awesome.
Yeah, I expected like the backstabber, Kofi was going to do a double stomp, and then we were going to get the limit breaker finisher.
Right.
But now they have a group finisher for those two. Great.
But it was a very solid match throughout. I mean, not a whole lot to take away from it, but it was just solid. And with two of the greatest tag teams on the roster.
That's really weird to say about the Bar, because I would never think that those two together would be a great tag team.
We dumped on them when they were put together.
Yeah, well, because they put us in a series of 7 crap, and then we're like, they're going to put them together as a team. That's dumb as hell. Because, for me, I thought that Cesaro deserved better than Sheamus. Sheamus had his opportunity. He's a former world champion, multi-time. He's won King of the Ring. He's won a Royal Rumble.
Did he win a Money in the Bank?
He's won a Money in the Bank. Like, I want Cesaro to have his shot, to shine, and you putting him in a tag team, in my mind, was not giving him a proper shot. Then he won the title, and they ended up like meshing really well together, and I ate my words, and that's fine. I still think that he deserves a solo run that is worthwhile.
Right, absolutely.
That's just where I'm at with it. Freaking William Regal, did you see this? There was rare, well, I don't know how rare it is now, but there was
I tagged you in it.
Yeah, William Regal talking about Cesaro.
And it was his final match.
Yeah, like that tells me
I'm
everything
the one that tagged you in it.
Yeah, I forget. My days kind of blend together now.
You think?
But
welcome to the car business.
Yeah, freaking A. Yeah, like I thought that was fantastic, and then all of a sudden now, the only thing that Cesaro really has underneath his belt is that he's a former tag team champion, and he's won an Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's it.
Yeah.
Was he a U.S. champion at some point? I
think so. Early on in his main roster run. I
don't remember that. So don't remember that.
When he was still being called Antonio Cesaro.
Yeah, I like that though. But he's like he had the James Bond thing for a little bit now. Now he doesn't have it. I don't freaking know. It's weird.
Right.
Anyway.
But a great way to start out the show. A great way to get the fans alive, get them going. Because it was a long night.
4 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
4 hours.
Then we go into going into tonight was the match of the night on paper. Oh, by the way, I totally skip over because it's still new to us. Let's talk about a poll question. Okay, poll question for the night. What's your biggest takeaway from Super Showdown? Is it AJ retaining the title? Is it Buddy Murphy winning the Cruiserweight title?
Yes.
Is it Undertaker and Kane attacking Triple H and Shawn Michaels after the match, after Triple H won? Or is it the fact that Daniel Bryan and The Miz only went for 2 minutes and 25 seconds?
Well, the positive takeaway is Buddy Murphy. Like, now, I feel more inclined to watch 205 Live because that was the match of the night by far. The negative is the Daniel Bryan thing because, we'll get to it.
Right, we will. We'll get to it. We'll get to it. But,
Jesus.
And when I say takeaway, because knowing WWE fans, you're going to have some people that the Daniel Bryan Miz thing, that's going to be their main focal point.
Yeah, 100%.
The Buddy Murphy thing is going to be other people's main focal point. Then you have someone that's going to focus on the fact that AJ's still champion.
Which is dope.
Which is fine, but there's going to be somebody that's not going to like it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's always going to be somebody that's against the
grain. And then you have the fact that there's going to be nostalgia people, like myself, because as I said it when we were watching it, I'm all about nostalgia when it comes to wrestling.
Right.
I'm all about it.
Right.
Is that necessarily a takeaway for me? It depends on where they go with it. Personally, I really, like, when I think about this show, I think about Buddy Murphy winning the title.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I don't watch 205 Live. I think just because of the way the match was, and again,
because Buddy Murphy showed you something, and that crowd went fucking apeshit.
Oh, absolutely, they loved it.
They went fucking wild.
All right, so
Zack Ryder winning the Intercontinental title wild. Daniel Bryan winning the WWE Championship at WrestleMania wild. Like, dude, they were on fire for him. And it's good because they were not on fire for the Iconics. So...
And I feel bad for them, and we'll get to that too.
Like, well, I mean, they've been booked like shit.
I know.
Buddy's been booked like a monster.
And we'll get back, but... So let's jump into Becky versus Charlotte. We'll touch base on the poll question later. So Becky versus Charlotte. One thing I noticed that I didn't pick up on because the bar sprinted to the ring. Before Charlotte's even in the ring, Becky's music's hitting.
Yeah.
And that was that happened a lot throughout the course of the night, just because of how massive that ramp was.
Yeah.
They do big fight intros for this. This is one of the few matches tonight that got big fight intros.
As it should, because it's a title match.
I agree, but
which they did not
the
do
AJ Joe thing, AJ Joe match did not get it.
Well, they substituted that though.
Right, and I was okay with the substitution.
Yeah, they didn't
once it happened.
Right.
But initially, I was like, wait a minute, you're not letting them get in the ring?
Yeah.
This is your title. This is your only big title defended tonight.
Right.
The hell are you doing?
I also didn't like the fact that they waited until Becky was coming out to do the video package.
That was weird.
That bothered me. I didn't care for that. I like it where you show me the video package first, then you introduce the superstars, you do the little title thing where the champion and the defender, and then the match starts.
And
not I'm walking to the ring. Let's play the video package. Okay, now we're gonna talk about the champion and the challenger.
Yeah,
no,
like if they would have timed it right, where Becky comes out, walks a little bit, and by the time Becky's walking up the stairs, the package is done.
Right.
I'm cool because
but even
I don't need to watch Becky walk down to the ring for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but she's the champion. You'd have to do it to Charlotte.
Right, and I was gonna get to that.
Right.
I don't need to watch anybody walk down the ring for 2 minutes unless you're the Undertaker.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Australia, 152% behind Becky Lynch.
Everyone in the world is behind Becky Lynch. And if you're not, you're deep down lying to yourself. Becky Lynch is the best thing in WWE right now. Her character is on fire right now. It is ridiculous how she literally came out on the main roster in 2015 on fire, then immediately got overshadowed, then became the SmackDown first draft pick, and was on fire again, loses the title, falls to obscurity, to now, she is literally the hottest thing on the main roster. And I'm including Ronda Rousey in that conversation.
I would too.
Becky is the best. Her character is the best. Her promos are ridiculous. She went from being the number 4 pick of the 4 Horsewomen to number 1.
Oh, absolutely.
And prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. A woman who literally gets no real push whatsoever is now the number 1 pick for the 4 Horsewomen. Like, Bayley ain't get that yet. She might, and I really hope they don't do the same path that they did for her, because it was brutal watching Becky flounder. That shit sucks. But Charlotte and Sasha, they always got the recognition. They always got the chances. They always got the fighting opportunities. These other two didn't, and Becky made herself the number 1 draft pick. Like, that's crazy. So, if you don't like Becky, you're full of shit. You're a fucking liar. End of story. Like, God, she's so good. She's so good.
Charlotte takes a scary fall.
Mm-hmm.
To where it could have ended the match immediately.
Yeah, Becky was yanking her out from the bottom rope.
Yes.
And she almost didn't tuck and roll. So she would have just...
flat on her neck.
Planked on the top of her head, and that shit would have sucked. Instead, she landed on the back of her neck, shoulder area, so she's fine. It's whatever. Suck it the fuck up. You're a 7-time champion. Suck it the fuck up. Okay?
You're a Flair.
You're a Flair. You got 9 more titles before you tie Daddy. Suck it the fuck up. Jesus Christ. You know what this is. You know what this was.
But, and I say it all the time, and these two, in my opinion, can't put on a bad match if they tried.
That's fair.
That's fair. And because of the friendship and the natural chemistry that you have with each other,
right?
Everything's just so good.
Right.
I mean, hell, I made mention when we were watching the match. You go back to SmackDown last week. Charlotte walks out with the microphone, and because adrenaline and emotion and everything's so high, she doesn't just drop it. No, she cross arms and chucks it halfway across the arena.
Yep.
And then books it for the ring.
It's so ridiculous.
It's great.
It's so good, though.
Everything from down to the facial expressions, the whole storytelling behind these two,
right,
is perfect.
Absolutely.
And that's where it is the best thing on TV today.
Absolutely. This is what The Miz and Damian Mizdow should have been.
Oh yes, 100%.
This is how it should have been, because Becky was always over. She just wasn't relevant, and it pissed people off. And I don't mean to segue away from it, but Mizdow had the same opportunity when he finally got out of the Miz's shadow, and they did fuck all with him. This is what it could have been. Look how good Becky is. Look how good she is. She got DQ'd tonight and still got cheered when she went back up the ramp. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I don't know if she's technically a heel or just an in-betweener.
I'm okay
or if
with the
she's just a
in-betweener.
badass. In any situation.
But it goes back to us.
It's the greatest thing on TV.
It goes back to her being compared to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yep.
The similarities are there.
Yep.
They're very there.
Yep.
Becky does have a lot more heel tendencies than Austin did at the time, at the height of his career, randomly attacking somebody, and then when Charlotte's doing the photo shoot, I get why she attacks Becky. I mean, Becky attacks.
Do you not
her.
remember Austin beat the crap out of McMahon with a bedpan and attacked Booker T in a grocery store?
Oh, I can't forget those moments.
Okay then, so clearly, photo shoot.
I guess
minding your own goddamn business, then all of a sudden you get beat the fuck up.
I guess.
She got beat the fuck up. And then Becky just
Yeah,
goes,
but-
take pictures of me.
But there's a difference, in my opinion. There's a difference between you attacking someone in a hospital with a bedpan or attacking someone in a grocery store with a frozen pizza singing That's Amore
Yeah, that part was hilarious. That's the best part of the whole thing.
versus just attacking someone at a photo shoot. There are differences there.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's also, the supermarket brawl was 12 minutes, damn it.
Yeah, that's a long-ass time. And it was fun the entire time.
I actually just...
You look like you just need a little bit of milk.
I actually just watched it the other day, because with SmackDown 1000 coming up, it popped up on my Facebook, and I was like, I'm going to enjoy this again.
Yeah, that...
Clean up on aisle Jackass.
I feel bad that...
No, I'm sorry, it's a price check on
Price
Jackass.
check on Jackass, yeah. Jesus Christ, that was so good. Like this is so good. Oh my God.
And it says something that you can take a program like Becky and Charlotte and compare it to some of those programs that are just, they stand the test of time.
Oh yeah.
And from back in the day. I'm not talking about programs of the PG era. I'm talking about programs of, the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
You can call back to those and bring up those different moments because there's so many things that do call back to it. Like they mentioned the other night on, I think it was Lazy Booking mentioned it. Oh, which we're going to talk about you guys. Just you wait.
Yeah, that's happening.
Oh yes, that's happening. But we're going to do business first and then we'll get to you. So anyway.
There's a joke there, I won't touch it.
But they on Lazy Booking, they mentioned, and I think it was Mataraki mentioned a lot of the similarities to the double turn. The Brett Stone Cold double turn.
Right.
When Charlotte does the figure 8, the figure 4 on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it all started with Brett and Austin.
Right.
Was the figure 4 onto the outside.
Was it the figure 4 or you mean a sharpshooter?
No, he does a figure 4.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The sharpshooter is at actual WrestleMania.
Right.
Not WrestleMania. Yeah, no.
It was
WrestleMania, where
Yep.
Austin passes out
Mm-hmm.
at 13. But it all started with a figure 4.
Okay.
So there are a lot of similarities that they're pulling here. And so this is a feud that I'm very, very glad it's not over because already announced on SmackDown we have they're going at it again.
Mm-hmm.
And if Becky gets DQ'd, she loses the title.
Bullshit.
I agree.
Why you hating on my girl?
I agree. And we're going to talk about SmackDown later, so I have some theories about that. So we're definitely going to talk about them.
That's fair.
As we get through the night. So let's go.
No, go back.
We're going back?
Yeah, I just want to point out one thing, and I want to give the biggest props to her. Charlotte is the person to have a feud with. when was the last time you heard Becky Lynch versus anybody and it was relevant?
Come back to me.
The answer is not since the main roster.
Can I phone a friend?
Not since the main roster.
I can't.
Because you got Becky versus Charlotte, which is the greatest thing on TV.
Uh-huh.
There was a time when it was Sasha versus Charlotte, which was the best thing on TV.
Right.
Eventually, I would like to think there's going to be a Bayley versus Charlotte properly on TV.
Yeah.
They did it before. It was This one's had time to use backstory. The other backstory with them is that you got left behind because you weren't that good. That's fucking.
It was Charlotte playing the cocky hero role, and,
Yeah.
and Bayley not having anything to bring to the table.
Yeah, you guys got brought up before me. I don't know what else to say. Give her time now. I think Charlotte is the key to a resurgence of a female wrestler's career. I think that's the level that she's at now, because
That's fair.
Alexa unintentionally buried Bayley because her segments with Bayley were shit.
I don't know that one.
I know you don't. It's fine, bruv. I'm just gonna I had to start calling her Bliss over here, but Bliss pretty much buried Bayley's career.
Correct.
With the "This Is Your Life" and all the.
Well, and I don't think
you
it was
never kissed a boy. That shit was fucking horrible.
It didn't bother me about that, and I said it.
Stop.
Well, no, hold on. I said it when we were watching that whole program. If Bayley was different, if Bayley had that vengeful side to her,
the vicious streak, yeah.
the vicious streak, then those segments could have been better.
Yeah.
Because it was almost the same thing. I say almost because there's a very, very fine line between what Bliss and Bayley did and what Mick and Rock did.
Right.
There's a very
Huge.
defined line.
Huge.
But
fine line. That bitch is this guy.
I said defined.
Oh, I think you said fine line. I'm like, dude, that bitch is this
There's
thick.
a defined line.
Yeah, for sure.
Between the two. But it's one of those things to where if Bayley could have played off of it and made fun of the whole thing while Alexa was doing it,
it would have been different.
It would have been different. If Bayley would have taken that Singapore cane and cracked the blonde bitch over the back.
Man, that's my bae you talking
That's
to.
mine too, but
Jesus
still,
Christ.
I'm looking at this through the eyes of a Bayley fan.
That's fair. Okay.
Crack the blonde bitch over the back, then it's a totally different program.
That's true.
So it's not just Alexa's fault.
And as I said it was unintentional.
Right.
And I put it on the segments that she was given. She did the best with the segments that she was giving.
Right.
But Charlotte is the person to feud with, in my opinion. She is the one. And I there's something about that speaks volumes to her character, her wrestling technique, her in-ring presence.
Well, no shit, she's a Flair.
That ain't got shit to do with shit. She wasn't that great. Whenever she's like, oh my god, hello, my name is Charlotte, I'm a Flair. When she was first coming out, she wasn't shit. She wasn't
Nobody
shit.
was.
But she's a Flair. She's immediately the shit.
Don't mock me.
The fuck out of here.
Don't mock me.
The fuck out of
Don't
here.
Don't mock me.
Fam.
Fuck you.
Fam.
Don't mock me.
Just keeping it a million right
Uh-huh.
now, aren't you? Moral of the story is that I'm trying to give Charlotte all the props in the world.
And absolutely, and I won't take anything away from Charlotte.
That's G status, and I can respect that.
And I can totally agree with the fact that Charlotte is somebody that you want to feud with to take your career from here to here.
Right.
I'm all about that.
100%.
Right.
Right.
And I think what it all spawns to, if you look at Charlotte, you can literally find something to hate about her. Every female on that roster can find something different to hate about Charlotte.
Yeah, but when she feuded with Ruby, I didn't give a shit.
And that's because it was weird.
It was very weird.
It was...
And it was Ruby with a squad of girls versus
Charlotte. And they weren't...
And they did the same thing with the welcoming committee versus Charlotte. I'm cool with one-on-one shit, because that makes more sense to me. But when you have 3-on-1s consistently, and now Charlotte's got to go get help from her friends, and now you have your friends, someone's going to look like a dumbass. And it turned out that in this scenario, Becky Lynch looked like a dumbass.
Full circle.
Full circle. Now, she's a beast. Oh my god. It's so incredible. Anyway, now we can
go on. Alright, so we have Elias and Kevin Owens versus Bobby Lashley and JBL. I mean John Cena.
Yeah, man, he's showing his age.
Good God
He's showing
almighty.
his age.
Okay, so first of all, Elias plays Thunderstruck on the guitar.
Yep.
And it took me a minute to catch it because I've never heard it done on that kind of guitar before. That's
You mean acoustic?
I didn't know if that was an acoustic or not.
Yeah,
I didn't want to
100%.
sound really stupid on
100%.
camera. The only problem I have with the opening segment is I know they were pandering to the Australia crowd, but us watching it, I didn't get any of the jokes.
Yeah.
I know they were Australian stuff and whatever to get a rise out of the crowd. Didn't get any of them.
Well, I mean, to flip it on them, if you're not huge into American football or sports over here, when he's on the mic and he's talking about your Boston Bruins didn't do this, I was like, who the fuck is the Boston Bruins? And I look at them like, oh, they're a hockey team.
No, and I understand that, right? But it was different because very rarely does something like that where you don't understand the reference happen.
Right. Yeah. That was weird, but other than that, it was fine.
No Leo Rush for Bobby Lashley. I don't know why. I mean, they did take a very select amount of people because if you notice, there were only 6 women that went over.
Right.
You know, so they took a small group of people over, probably because they want to use the rest of the people for Raw and SmackDown on Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
Your big guys are going to have some jet lag.
Yeah, 100%.
That's totally understandable.
100%.
Cena looks super small. Super small.
He is not swole like he used to be.
But the whole black, you can't stop me, you can't see me, all of that, I dig it.
Yeah, I like it.
I won't buy a Cena shirt. I still to this day won't buy a Cena shirt, but I really like it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll buy a Cena shirt the day that my son's a Cena fan, but
I'm not letting that happen.
Lucky for me, he's a Shinsuke Nakamura fan, he's a Bobby Roode fan, he's a KO fan, he's a really, really big Seth Rollins fan right now.
You're just proud of your boy,
I'm so proud. It's the best. It's the fucking best.
So, let's talk about Bobby Lashley doing all the work in this match. And it
I just want to ask, what happened? What's going on, John? What's going on? You can talk to us, man. Like, I don't hate you.
We're here for you.
I don't hate you.
I don't hate him either.
I don't hate you. Like, I respect the shit out of you. I just want to know, what's going on, John? I know you're in the Bumblebee movie. I know you got a bunch of movies popping up. I get that. I know that the studios probably didn't want to risk you getting injured, which of course now raises my question. Why the fuck were you in the match then? We could have got somebody else. We don't need you there, John. You got business outside WWE. Don't get me wrong. You being there from Melbourne, dope as shit. I'm with you. I get it. It's a special place in your heart. WWE's your home. Blah, blah, blah. You didn't do shit. Also, side note. What the fuck was that? What the
Okay.
Bro.
So, I knew... hold on. I knew, because it hit Twitter and everything like that, I knew how this match ended. And I thought it was the dumbest fucking thing on the face of the planet. He didn't know.
No.
I made the mistake of not capturing that face on any form of camera because that was the greatest thing ever. This guy doesn't shut up. But for a solid 2 minutes, he didn't say a damn word. I've never seen you more shook.
No, I've been more shook, but I've never, watched a John Cena match, and I'm specifically doing that because I've watched other matches that confuse shit out of me. I've never watched a John Cena match and just was like, what the fuck was that? I made a joke beforehand, oh no, the 6th move of doom, whatever will it be? And then it was that, and I was bewildered. You took a right hook, or a right straight, I guess, so a regular straight, and dropped for the 1, 2, 3. So essentially,
but he had to do the whole Wakanda Forever thing first.
You did the Tajiri / Wakanda Forever, and then channeled the Big Show. Excuse the fuck out of me. What? You fucking what, mate? Like, what the hell was that?
What was that?
I don't know. Dude, John Cena makes me do weird things. Like, I can't deal. You don't do fuck all the entire match, besides go, he's gonna tag me in! No, he's not.
But and I said it while we were watching, he looked like a deer in
He's gonna tag me in! Nope.
He looked like a deer in headlights.
He's gonna tag me in! I'm in! 2 shoulders. 1 hand up. You can't see me. Punch the face. Pick you up. F you. And then...
No, it's an attitude adjustment. Give it the times.
No, it's an F you. Because that move was trash. Fuck you. Wakanda forever! And then the match is over. Listen. I like John Cena, man. I do.
I have a ton of respect for him.
But
then you come out and do shit like this.
You got fucked up against The Undertaker, okay? That makes sense to me. You came in to this match with future superstars of the WWE.
Future? They're current superstars of the WWE.
They're
the
floundering
future
right now. They're going to be the
They're
future.
the future.
Yes. And this is what you do to Elias? I mean, you didn't do fuck all to KO, but Elias, dude, Jesus, get your shit together. Get all your shit, put it in a bag so you can have it all together. I'm over it. John Cena doesn't need to wrestle if this is what he's going to do.
And
it makes no sense.
And so, I want to touch base.
Who's paying you $500,000 for this, bruv?
I want to touch base on one thing because I have a lot to say about John Cena right now. Elias and Kevin Owens don't mesh well in the ring. They mesh fantastically on a promo side, but there was no fluid chemistry tonight. Maybe they were just off. I don't know, because they're great. They're great in singles competition.
Bobby Lashley and Elias just looked fucking horrible.
Yeah,
they looked fucking
it
horrible.
all looked bad to a certain extent of the word. Okay, but so let's go back to the John Cena thing because I do have a lot to say about that. Does anybody know?
Let me get comfortable. Continue.
Does anybody know when Cena's contract expires? And I say that because at the end of the match, he cuts a promo thanking Melbourne, thanking the WWE, saying how it's always going to be his home, pulling a Rock kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then, now that you mentioned him fighting The Undertaker, which was his last match,
mm-hmm.
The Undertaker match was only a minute 24, something like that.
Exactly.
And then you have him versus Elias and KO with Bobby Lashley. He's only in there for, what, a minute?
Minute and a half.
Tops?
Minute and a half.
So in this year, he's only wrestled, call it 3 minutes.
Yeah, that sounds accurate. I don't understand. I don't need you there if you're not going to put on a show for me.
Is he leaving?
I have no idea. I mean, I want to say that the promo was cut because he's trying to thank the Melbourne audience. But it sounded like you were hanging it up.
And then Michael Cole saying that bit afterwards, thanking John for all he's done and this, that, and the other thing. There were a lot of things that were very, very vague. I have a lot of questions for moving forward. It gives me a Rock vibe.
Yeah.
And it's hysterical and ironic that years ago, he gave The Rock a hard time for all of this, and now he's doing the same thing.
100%.
Doing the exact same thing.
Granted, he has more time in the game than The Rock, but still.
But,
like, if my thing is that if you want to go do movies, man. That's fine. But don't shit on people who are doing the same thing that you're doing because The Rock did it. And what's funny to me is that The Miz has been able to put up the Marine 4, 5, 6, 17, 32, 74, and he's still able to be a full-time performer. Huh? What the fuck? Becky Lynch was a part of that movie. Huh? The fuck? Dean Ambrose is in a movie? Huh? Huh? Randy Orton? Huh? Whoa! Triple H? Huh? Shit! Stone Cold Steve Austin? And they were all still performing after the fact.
Hold on. Cena, out of all of them, and alright, I'll take Austin as the exception, but Cena, and don't argue Blade with Triple H.
I wasn't.
But I'm going somewhere with this.
He was asshole with that.
I'm going somewhere with this. Cena movies are the only ones that actually, make it to the big screen. The Marines coming out on DVD. Not this shit on The Miz, but
Stone Cold Steve Austin was in The Expendables. That went straight to the movie theater.
That's what I'm saying. I said with the exception of Stone Cold. But the fuck?
That's true. But then why the fuck is he even doing the movies?
I don't know.
If they're going straight to DVD and they're not going to go to a theater, he's got to be making some change off.
I mean, he's making money. Don't get me wrong. He's making money off of them, right?
Right.
But there is a difference, I think, between the caliber of movies that the two are doing.
I would assume so because he's got to do like red carpets and he's got to do previews.
Media. Yeah. And again, I'm not taking away from anybody else, but there is a huge difference between doing a direct to DVD movie versus a feature film on the big screen.
Bro, get your shit together, fam. Like, get it together.
You gonna mail him a bag or something?
No, I'm not gonna mail him a bag. He's rich. Buy a fucking bag. Why do I gotta mail you a bag?
You want him to get his shit together so bad.
I'm balling on a budget. I just want you to get your shit together.
Moving on.
Jesus Christ. John? Fuck.
The first hometown favorite match. The Iconics, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce versus Asuka and Naomi. Let's start with some notes. The entrances are just weird.
Yeah, just get all your notes. I got some shit to say.
So the entrances, and even the Iconics entrance was weird because Peyton and Billie, they came out with their robe things, whatever, and immediately Peyton ripped hers off. I don't know if it was hype or what, but that thing did not last long coming out the curtain. Billie Kay walked the whole fucking way with hers.
Yeah, because she's supposed to be like a black rose or something like that, and then Peyton Royce was supposed to be like the thorns and stuff like that. I don't understand why they ditched that gimmick, because I really, really liked it. I really liked it.
That must have been an NXT thing.
Whenever she was wearing the green with the purple, like the veins all over, or the vines all over the place.
I never put two and two together.
That was part of her gimmick, and it was fucking incredible.
Huh.
It was dope. Now they're this, and they're just like little chatty high school girls, and I don't like that. I think that's silly.
Oh, I think it's stupid.
They're so much better than that.
I think it's dumb.
so much better than that.
And then the whole
crazy.
like superhero pose bullshit. What is that?
You mean the one where she shakes her ass and does like this whole thing, and then they hold hands and go down into the ring?
No, I'm talking about in the ring.
Oh, I didn't understand that.
I'm totally good with the entrance.
No, I was gonna say like, their interest has been their interest as NXT. I'm not knocking.
I'm totally good with the. I'm just saying from the Peyton ripping that thing off right away and Billie keeping it. They looked weird coming down the ring together. Speaking of looking weird, Naomi and Asuka, their entrance, that was fucking weird. And I don't know if it's just because Asuka doesn't have rhythm or what.
Asuka's the best. Asuka number one. Okay, are you done with your notes? Go through your notes.
No.
Go through your notes. I'm gonna go in on this.
It's gonna be a minute.
I'm gonna go in on this match.
Okay. I don't think Billie should be in. Alright. I'm going to get shit on for saying this. Billie's not a wrestler that belongs in this match.
Okay.
And I say that, and not to take anything away from her, because she's still an athlete. Okay? But you have Naomi, Asuka, and Peyton, all three of whom can put on fantastic matches. Billie looks sloppy in the ring with them. I don't know if it's she can't keep up, or she's not at the same tier, or what, because I don't know a lot of her NXT stuff, so I would have to go back and watch.
Right.
You'd probably know more than I would.
I know a lot about it.
Okay.
I followed the crap out of Billie. There's a reason why I kept saying over and over again, yo, these two need to be called up immediately. It is a travesty that they have not been called up, and of course this is when I thought calls were a great thing. Billie Kay can wrestle her fucking ass off. Peyton Royce can wrestle.
So then, is it just a booking thing then?
It's either their chemistry is off. Maybe they're jet lagged. I don't know what it is. All I know is that since the Iconics have come to the main roster, the wrestling has not impressed me. I saw Peyton Royce in a triple threat, and she was wrecking shit. She was throwing high kicks.
The NXT triple threat match. Yes.
She was a beast. What happened?
But
that beast is not here.
But Peyton still impresses me, though. That's the thing. When I can sit through a Peyton Royce match and enjoy it more so than I can sit through a Billie Kay match and enjoy it.
And that's frustrating to me as well, because Billie Kay was throwing big boots. She was talking shit.
She looks like, out of the two of them,
she was a beast.
Out of the two of them, she looks like she should be the powerhouse, dominant, I'm going to fuck your day up kind of person.
Yeah, she was.
Of the two of them.
Yeah.
And Peyton looks like the more technical, almost assassin-like kind of wrestler. And if you book it that way, golden.
Right. I'm
golden with it.
Right.
But don't give me where she just looks sloppy, like she's tripping over herself.
Right. God. Wait, is that your notes?
My last one.
Okay.
Is, and I said it when we were watching it, the wrestling styles of Naomi and Asuka mesh perfectly.
They really do.
They can do many different sequences together and not miss a beat.
Right.
And I think it's great, and I think if they stay a tag team and they keep doing things, I'm okay with it because it'll be fun to watch. I know you don't want it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's get into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Buckle up. It's rant 1.
Oh God. Okay. First of all, the fuck are you doing to Asuka? That's the first question. What the fuck are you doing to the undefeated NXT Women's Champion?
Hercules.
Yeah. Like, listen, I might clap more than a black girl that's mad as shit. Listen. Let me get these out.
I thought you were going to say a black girl in church.
No. Well, yes, boo-boo, slay. I don't understand. I also don't understand what the fuck you're doing with the former SmackDown Live Women's Champion, Naomi. How the fuck do you lose these guys in the shuffle so much so that you can't book them in things that matter? This doesn't matter. I understand you don't want to overshadow Becky and Charlotte, but let's be real. This Becky ain't getting overshadowed by shit. So I'm not worried about that at all. And it's fucking Charlotte. You think she gonna fall to the wayside? No, bitch. What the fuck are you on about? I don't understand what you're doing to the rest of the women's division. Carmella's with R-Truth now on Mixed Match Challenge. That's literally the extent of what she's doing right now. She's doing nothing else. She's a former champion.
The former champion.
She's the former champion. I don't understand. Also, this irked me. Asuka never got her rematch against Charlotte. Why? That could have been a fucking storyline before this whole Becky Lynch shit. But she never got her rematch. Did you catch that?
I did.
I was fucking upset. I'm still fucking upset. Because if I lost at WrestleMania to the one person that defeated me on the main roster, before I started raking up all these losses, it would have made a shit ton of sense to get a rematch. Possibly win the title at that point.
You just come back for blood.
Yeah.
I said it the other night.
You could have turned Asuka
I said it the other night on my lazy booking feed.
Yeah.
Asuka needs to come back for blood.
You could have turned Asuka heel right then and there. And I understand that you didn't want to because you turned Shinsuke heel. I get that. But you could have made her an assassin, a dominant figure again. And instead you floundered her to this? And I'm not taking away from the girls that she wrestled with or the runs that she wrestled against. I'm not doing that at all. But this doesn't fucking matter. On Tuesday, this doesn't matter. Why would you do this to Asuka? You built her, Hunter built her so well. So well. And I understand that on the main roster, it's not always cool to be undefeated. Eventually people get sick of you winning. I get that. However, the shock value when you lose is bigger. And when you lose, you should be, shook. You should be trying to figure out what the fuck went wrong and come back and kill everyone. Everyone should be in my path, and everyone is going to get put down. That's how this should be. Instead, you have my girl Asuka, who is my favorite female wrestler right now on the main roster, next to Becky, because Becky's doing great, doing fuck all. Then we have Naomi.
Are you going to touch base on every single one of them?
No, Naomi's my last one, because...
do I need to settle in or something?
All I'll say is that Peyton and Billy were way better on NXT. I'm upset that they're not being utilized properly on the main roster. I don't like their characters. I don't think their characters are as good as they were on NXT. I don't think that this storyline has anything that's going to go for them. And unless you're going to introduce tag titles for the women, please do that. We'd love that. Please do that. That'd be great. Unless you're going to do that, this means nothing. You're setting me up to realize in my mind, eventually you're going to break them up and they're going to feud with each other. The only difference is, will I care? Will I not care? Anyway, we have Naomi, who is also a former SmackDown champion. What the fuck is she doing? The girl is probably the second most athletic person on your roster. By far. By far. And she's doing nothing now. And she hasn't done shit since she lost the title. And I don't understand how you let a former champion, who people loved, they loved her entrance, they loved her being a champion, fall to the wayside. I don't fucking get it. Find something for these women to do. She's not even, as of right now, and as of what I've read, she's not even on Evolution. But we gonna bring back Trish and Lita, though. Fucking what? We're gonna bring back the Bella Twins.
Again.
What?
Again, with the voice.
Dude, you gotta understand that this shit pisses me off so bad that I
change languages?
I change languages. I speak multiple tongues when this shit happens. I don't understand it.
What the hell?
Do something with these people, for fuck's sake. CBA, man. Okay, go ahead. Next one.
You sure you want to go to the next one?
Yes, I can calm down with the next one. Go.
Can you, though?
I don't even know what the next one is.
Because I think we need to sprinkle just a little bit of
salt.
salt.
Oh, god damn it. Is this AJ?
It's AJ Joe! Alright, now, if this was a stateside event, and I said it when we were watching
Andy, what time does this one go? What time did this one go on? It was in the top of the second hour, right? Fuck you. It's the
It was the fourth match on the card.
It's the WWE
Fifth match, I'm sorry.
Championship.
Fifth match.
And you can't even put it in the last hour, you piece of shit. You piece of shit.
Not even that.
Oh,
your number one contender match for this title happens afterwards.
I'm not mad at that. Because then the champion looks and goes, okay, I know who I'm fucking up next. I'm with it. I'm totally cool with that. What I'm not totally cool with is the fact that this went on the bottom of the first hour, maybe the top of the second hour, when it's a 4-hour show. I don't understand. I don't get this booking. What is your problem with AJ Styles? What is your problem with the WWE Championship? What do you got against Joe, who is the best talker on your fucking show? Joe is the best. Holy shit.
Aside from the Daniel Bryan Miz match, this wrapped up SmackDown.
Yeah.
So it's essentially like SmackDown takes the first 2 hours and they have their main event, and then Raw takes the second 2 hours. They just flip-flopped Elias, the tag team match with the number one contender match.
Why didn't you do it like you normally do and do Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown? I feel like that'd be fair. I feel like that'd make more sense.
I would too.
Jesus Christ. And then you throw in the Cruiserweight Classic or Cruiserweights and then you go on to
now, I will say this, and I said it when we were watching it. Because if it was a stateside show, I'm a lot more pissed off with this one being the fifth match on the card.
I'm still, even if it was not, like, it's stupid.
But with getting the Cruiserweight title match when we get it, I was a lot more okay with it. Because it also brought the crowd back.
Yeah,
So a booking perspective, totally okay with it.
Right.
Let's talk about this no big fight intro, which I was salty right out the gate, but then Joe waits on the ramp for AJ and is like, let's go.
Yeah,
Fuck this, let's go.
That's why I was okay with it. Because AJ walks out and stops and Joe goes, this motherfucker didn't let me go into the ring to do this with the Melbourne crowd? Okay, I'm going to fuck this dude up. And I'm going to wait right here to fuck him up. And then he walked out and he goes, no, I'm here, fam. You can come get these hands. And then they just started brawling and it was great. I got no problem with the big fight. I feel like at this point, we're past that. We've done the big fight feel multiple times with these guys.
Yeah.
So now it's just...
We're going to fuck each other up.
Yeah, I'm going to ruin your fucking day. You went to my house, fam. I'm looking to punch you in the mouth. Like,
how about the spot where AJ gets thrown onto the table, rolls over the table, and lands on his feet,
stands up again,
and then runs over the table to go back in the ring?
I was like, what the fuck is he doing? Like, oh god, AJ's a G.
Joe's chops. I don't know if it was the acoustics in that place or what, but they echoed like a motherfucker.
Do you not know why I started busting out into laughter?
No.
AJ, kick. AJ, kick. AJ, kick. Stop it! And he smacked the shit out of AJ. And it echoed, and he dropped, and I died. I was done.
I didn't catch that.
Dude,
I didn't catch it.
It was the first chop that he did when AJ started kicking him in the chest, and he just literally goes, stop. Like, he literally was like, stop it, smack. And I was like, yo, Joe.
I need to go back and watch that.
That's the second best thing I've seen. Only behind the, man, you better sit your ass, and slams it. Oh, my God.
Which we got one of those tonight through a chair.
Yeah,
they missed the chair.
Dude. The Uranagi is something else. Like, Big E, Bray Wyatt, and Joe are the three people that do it, and it's like, dude, fucking A, it's brutal. It's brutal.
And then the transitions. The transitions into the coquina clutch.
Yeah,
damn,
dude,
say that 5 times fast.
Yeah.
There was a calf crusher into the clutch, a forearm into the clutch.
Mm-hmm.
There was something else that he rolled him up into a clutch too.
I don't remember. I know.
There were like 3 transitions into it, and it was great.
I don't know how I feel about Joe tapping out, man.
That's a violent ice crusher.
Just crushing it up.
But no, I'm okay with it because they played off the Joe knee injury angle really well, so that tells me that Joe's going to be off of TV for a while.
That's another problem I have.
But
we just had him off TV.
No, I get that.
Right after his call-up.
But
in America, not in Melbourne.
But you can now play that really well to where if the Daniel Bryan, spoiler alert, Daniel Bryan AJ match doesn't spawn from anything, you keep Joe off TV, he runs out at Saudi Arabia and costs AJ the match.
I don't want that. We already had that happen with Shinsuke. I'm over it.
I'm trying to find a way to make this
want
work.
A legitimate AJ versus Daniel Bryan match. That's what I want. I really wanted a Samoa Joe versus Daniel Bryan match.
And you can still get it.
I still could, but I wanted that match before this one because I thought this one would be safe for WrestleMania.
I did too.
I would have liked to see AJ versus Daniel Bryan in the main event of WrestleMania.
Not in Saudi Arabia.
No. Nothing against Saudi Arabia. I know that the last time we recorded here, I had bad things to say about Saudi Arabia.
You think?
Kind of.
You think?
It was only kind of. I decided to give a fuck about the shit that was going on, like, wrestling-wise over there. Listen, I like Saudi Arabia, kind of. I guess from what I've seen, it looks nice. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to get into this with you guys. Here's the thing. I'm just saying that I would have wanted Samoa Joe and Daniel Bryan to feud up until about Royal Rumble, and then have Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles for WrestleMania. I feel like that would have made more sense. I feel like that would have been dope as shit. So
I'd been okay with it. I'd been totally okay with it.
Anyway.
But yeah, so AJ retains the title.
Yep.
After having Joe tap out.
Tapping out Joe.
I did love the fact that they played off that knee injury so well.
Right.
And it goes back to these two have such great chemistry again between each other because of all their time in TNA.
Right.
Okay.
That we won't talk about because it's legend. It's myth.
It is. It
Still
really
good.
is a myth.
Still so good.
Other than that, I think it was a very, very solid championship match.
Oh, yeah,
It was physical as fuck.
Yeah, of course.
AJ was bleeding from the mouth.
Yep. Dude, that chop is the best.
That
kick into the chop was the best.
The only thing that concerned me was the table spot.
Yeah.
That was ugly.
Yeah, that was ugly. Yeah, Jesus. Anyway. Okay. So you
want to take the lead on this one?
I ain't got much. We got Ronda Rousey,
the baddest woman on the planet,
and the Bella Twins, Botch Mode and Nikki Bella, versus the Riot Squad. Yeah, I did it once. There you go.
Oy.
So yeah, that's her song. That's what she sounds like.
Oy.
It's horrible. Yeah, it's trash. So where do I begin with this?
Let's start.
Okay, well, I'll start positive. Everyone I think did great. Ruby is... Man, I have nothing negative to say against Ruby. My only concern with Ruby is that as of right now, she doesn't really keep the crowd's attention. And I mean that in the nicest way possible.
And I think there's...
She's so good.
I'm going to bounce off of that a little bit. There's a way to play off of that a little bit in the sense that I'm okay with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan wrestling week in, week out, week in, week out. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Building these feuds. Ruby's always there, kind of calling the shots, whatever. But then it gets to the point where it's like, alright, you've run through my girls. I'm going to put you down.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't play it like that enough. They don't play Ruby up to this, for lack of a better phrase, this crime boss.
There's a catch-22 to that. There's a catch-22 to that. And I will use the example of the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt called the shots.
Right.
Harper and Rowan wrestled all the time.
Right.
When Bray finally got into the ring, no one gave a shit.
Right.
That's the problem. Ruby constantly showing that she's getting better every single night that she steps to the ring is going to make the casual fan and a hardcore fan say, yeah, you gotta look out for Ruby Riott. That girl's a fucking G. But if you have her be crime boss status, where it's just like, you guys handle it, then no one's gonna care. The only way that would work is if they had a thing that we're asking for. If you have tag titles for the women,
correct,
it makes sense. She's gonna want Logan and Morgan to be the tag champions, and she's gonna be like, I want the women's title. Everybody good with that? Everyone cool? Dope, let's make that happen. Then it makes sense. She's gonna run through people in singles competition, fucking up people's day, and those two are gonna run through the tag division.
And another way to make that work is when the matches that Ruby's in, I'm not gonna say squash because I don't want a women's squash match.
Right.
But she's super dominant in those matches.
Yeah, she did that for a little bit.
She's super vicious but methodical.
Right.
Aggressive but calculated.
Right.
Like, they're very technical, but she's also just proving how dominant of a force she is to where nobody wants to fuck with her.
Right. They could do that. All I want, this is all you need to do. You pick out a name. Let's use Natalya, because Natalya likes to give back to the company and to the up and coming girls. Bell rings. Ruby runs across the ring. Forearm. Boom. Turn. Riot kick. We're done here. I'm the fuck out. And then she leaves. Okay? Wait, is she on SmackDown? No,
Raw.
she's on Raw. Good, perfect.
You put her damn title right there in front of you.
I know, I just double check shit. And then you have her go against Alicia Fox. Yeah, I did it. She goes against Alicia Fox. Same thing. She runs up, boots Alicia Fox in the face, riot kick, I'm fucking out of here. Boom. She runs through Mickie James, Dana Brooke. She has a little bit of... The match goes longer for her versus Alexa Bliss, obviously. She beats Alexa Bliss and goes, who the fuck's the baddest woman on the planet? Where's she at? Where the fuck's she at? I'm waiting, because I'm going to fuck her day up. Then you have Ruby versus Ronda, and people are like, yo, but Ruby kicking Ronda in the face though, bruh? Versus that armbar? Yo, I want to see it. Because then Ronda will box her, and she's going to be dropping forearms like no one's business and kneeing people in the face. That's a must-see match now. Because you've now built her up to where she's a credible opponent who can strike and go blow for blow with the baddest woman on the planet. So this whole shit don't matter to Ruby. It don't fucking matter to Ruby. Listen, like, yo.
So let's talk about Ronda for a minute.
I just booked Ruby.
You really did.
I really booked Ruby just now.
Let's talk about Ronda for a minute. I really, and I don't know why, several hours after I watched the match, I don't know why, I really enjoyed the fact that they gave Ronda the ring there in the beginning. The Riot Squad wasn't in the ring. The Bellas didn't get in the ring. Mm-hmm. Ronda got her moment in the spotlight in the ring. I don't know if it's because she's champion. I don't know if it's because her first time in Australia. I don't know what the creative decision behind it was. Because you know it had to have been a creative decision.
Of course.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments where I can't explain to you why I liked it, but I liked it.
Yeah, it's jazzy. I was with it.
Liv Morgan, as soon as she gets tagged in, hits Brie, the place goes nuts.
Yeah, that was funny. The pop for getting a kick to the face was funny. Well, way to make it into a humorous moment, WWE. Piece of shit.
Let's talk, before we get into planting the seeds for Evolution, because I saw what they were trying to do.
Evolution is a mystery.
Can we talk about the juvenile delinquent comment for a minute? Corey Graves calls Liv Morgan the self-proclaimed juvenile delinquent.
What kind of fucking name is that, bruv? Do you know how old you have to be bruv? You know how old you have to be a juvenile? Do you know what a delinquent is? Do you know what a juvenile delinquent is? So you're telling me that she is a minor who goes to jail. And she calls herself that. Hi, my name is Liv Morgan and I'm a minor. Let's go to jail, aka I'm a juvenile delinquent. The fuck is that? Can you brand that on a shirt? And people are like, yo, I want to buy that. No, what? I don't get it. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my mouth. Can we move past it? Are we moving past it right now? You got some shit to say on that.
I was going to go into the planting the seeds for Evolution.
Okay, before we go to that. So, we just grabbing people's tongue now.
I was going to talk about that too.
I don't know where the fuck your hands have been, bro. I don't know.
It was actually, it was funny because...
It was funny.
Because the spot was there, like, the idea was there, but Brie could, because Liv was moving,
Brie
couldn't hold on to it long enough for us to realize that she's holding on to it, but Liv's acting like she is.
That's what made me laugh. I was like, I don't understand.
And it's no one's fault, but because Liv's moving and the tongue's just naturally slippery, it's just,
It looked stupid.
It looked dumb, but it was funny as shit.
It looked dumb as fuck. Okay, god damn it. I get it. It looked dumb as fuck. But who the fuck are you to grab this bitch's tongue? What? Like, what? Like, got you. Tap. Like, what the fuck? What do you do with this? What is this move called? Like, I don't understand.
The tongue crusher.
Yeah, like, if she had smacked her in the face after, I would have been cool with that. Like, you know how Chompy scrapped people by the jaw and are chopping the shit out of them? Like, that makes more sense to me, but you just going, let me go tag out real quick. Somebody got some Purex. I need some hand sanitizer. I have glue on my fingers now. Like, fuck. Also, I want to know what she's eating all the time to keep her tongue blue. I want to know. I want to know it's a mystery. I know that she just started. I knew that the first time she was eating a sucker. There's no way you're eating a sucker before every single match. There's no fucking way. Your teeth are gonna rot. You're gonna get diabetes. I want to know. Anyway, continue. Just a mystery. I was curious.
So the Bellas, there's a little confusion in the beginning that Ronda and Nikki don't know who's gonna start the match off, everything like that. Nikki eventually starts the match, and then it's all Bellas all the time.
Yep.
They don't tag Ronda in.
But they're friends.
Right, but they're friends. So it plants the seeds for the rumors that have been going around to where it's Ronda versus Nikki at Evolution. Because they even said it tonight. Ronda versus somebody at Evolution.
Right.
Hopefully we find out tomorrow on Raw.
It's going to be Nikki.
It's going to be Nikki. It's going to 100% be Nikki.
It's going to be Nikki.
But then Ronda gets tagged in and she fucks everybody's day up.
Of course she does, because she's Ronda Rousey.
Right, and I get that, and it was great.
Also, I enjoyed the finish.
I loved the finish.
I enjoyed the finish. That was dope.
The double arm bar.
Yeah, I enjoyed that finish.
I had heard about it on Saturday because I didn't stay off of social media, and I was like, okay, that sounds kind of dumb. Like, trying to figure out how you would do a double arm bar.
Right.
Like, that just sounds really stupid.
Well.
Then I saw it, and I was like, I'm okay with
tons
this.
Of stuff makes sense now. Yeah, I really, really like the double armbar idea. I like how they make it such a devastating move.
Correct.
And especially these two, because they're laying flat on their back, and the second that Ronda gets the armbar in, everyone arches over, like they get like on their heels, they push their chest out, and they're like tapping out immediately, and their arm is literally just doing this. But it looks so devastating, because if you're not paying attention, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, she's going to get this way, and it's not supposed to been that way. But it looks so devastating, it looks so good.
And that's all wrestling is, though, making it look better than it is.
Yeah, of course. Like that fucking... Sit and spin, piece of shit. God damn, that move pissed me off. That move upset me. I'm upset. John Cena did a one-punch thing I can't accept. Bars. Go ahead.
Okay.
Drink shit. Tommy gun shit.
So, the faces go over in this one, and then we get told that there's 70,309 people in attendance.
It's half the country.
That's crazy. That's a WrestleMania crowd.
That's the entire city. The entire city of Melbourne was there. Like, Jesus.
So now we're in the back half of the show, and let's talk about the match of the night.
Oh, man.
You went like 7 different octaves all at one time.
Man.
You went like old black grandma.
Listen, here's the thing, man. I don't usually I used to not fuck with 205 Live. Like, I tried so hard to get behind Tozawa and TJP, that was my guy for a long time. Jack Gallagher, because he was funny.
Drew Gulak, Tony Nese.
Yeah, like...
I'm really impressed I'm rattling these names off.
I still think Tony Nese is the greatest. Like, he's great as shit. And the fact he actually went to NXT for a little bit to do some matches, I'm stoked about that. But this match was dope. I don't know if it's better than him versus Mustafa Ali, but it's definitely up there. It's matches like this that make me say, I need to go back and watch 205 Live.
Correct.
Like, that's what this does.
That's
why I like this match so much.
I
love Buddy got.
But I love that they did his intro before his music hits.
Yeah.
So he gets an uninterrupted, I'm going to do whatever I want down to the ring. Because you said it. He's a heel. And I said, not tonight.
No. He's walking around high-fiving the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, he's clearly the face
Like,
here.
he jumped into the crowd.
Yeah.
At one point.
But, I mean, I can respect that. When you're going to a country that is your home country that you don't get to go to and they rarely ever have shows, soak that shit in. It's kind of why I was not mad at the Iconics, like, little beginning promo. We're like, oh, my God, we're so happy to be home. But they didn't, like, hype up the crowd or anything. They just said, we're happy to be home. This dude came out with a flag. He's going into the crowd. He's high-fiving people, like...
And then gets in the ring and kicks Cedric's head right off.
Oh, my God.
It was violent from the start.
It was fast-paced from the start. The only time it slowed down was during, like, a sleeper moment, I think.
Yeah, they did a couple of rest...
They did a couple of rest moves, and...
Right.
The rest of it was high-paced
Oh,
the
my
entire
God.
time.
And he took control very, very early on and never lost it.
Yep. The super kicks, the high knees.
But that sequence, was it...
The one
right
that ended
before
with
this...
the lung blower?
Yeah.
Dude, holy shit.
Oh, my God.
That was ridiculous.
The Spanish Fly, which I love the Spanish Fly.
I think it's a great move.
I think, though, and again, I don't watch a lot of 205 Live, I think that's the first time I've seen a standing Spanish Fly, though.
I think the person that did it before those guys was... I think Evan Bourne did it a couple of times. But it's been a minute if that's the case. So, yeah, Spanish Fly is a great move. I know that Mustafa Ali was the guy that was doing it a lot, but I'm glad that Cedric's doing it now because I think that's dope as shit. But, oh my God, so good. So good.
It was a fantastic sequence, and then, I don't know what they call his finisher, but I loved it.
It's the pump handle bomb.
Is that what they're calling it?
Yes, because he gets them in a pump handle position. He picks them up. It's pretty much like the spinning Samoan drop that Rousey does.
Right.
But it's just devastating.
What was that? Was it in this match where they had just that weird ass move that came out of nowhere? From the top, when he runs up to the top and does the Michinoku driver. Was that this match?
Yes.
Yeah. That was
Cedric, because
insane.
Buddy ran up and then Cedric got him and Michinoku drove him so hard that Cedric bounced off of his ass and rolled backwards and then went for the pin. Dude,
it was
Cedric,
fantastic.
Man, let me tell you something.
I have not seen a Cedric match that I don't enjoy either.
I wish he was on the main roster.
I do too.
I wish he was on NXT.
I think that would be a better fit for him.
I think him being on NXT fighting people like Ciampa and Gargano
and Ricochet and Velveteen,
especially now Ricochet, Velveteen Dream,
Adam Cole.
Oh my God, Cedric versus Adam Cole would be the dopest shit. It would be so good. Like I'm not gonna say anything bad about him as far as being on part of 205 Live because I feel like he's the face, he's carrying it, and they need that. Like 205 Live is up and coming. They're gonna go through the rough patches. I don't have the time to say that, oh my God, I need to watch 205 Live. Like, I'm invested in NXT. That's my show. But Cedric is a good guy to carry it, but I think that he would flourish way more in NXT. Period. Like, I could see him battling Ricochet for the North American Championship. I could see him battling Pete Dunne for the UK Championship. Could you imagine that fucking match?
That'd be great.
Oh my God. It would be hard-hitting the entire time.
That's a takeover match, though.
Guaranteed. 110% guaranteed. I could see him fighting Ciampa, and Ciampa talking shit about his wife and his kid. Like, that would be the dopest shit. Like, he would flourish so well there. But he's on 205 Live. He's on the Cruiserweight.
But now that he's lost the title and Buddy Murphy has it,
right?
You can do a lot more with Cedric. So maybe we do see him transition into one of the other brands within the WWE.
I hope so. I really hope it's NXT. But if he were to start wrestling some people on the main roster, I wouldn't be mad at that either. Because there was a Cruiserweight that did that. That's been doing that lately. Or recently. I'm sure, it'll come to me. Because I was like, oh my God, they're actually wrestling somebody bigger than them? Let's go. It might have been Leo. Next. Fucking next.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't a bad match.
I love the Shield entrance where they came from the 3 different spots and all converged.
Yeah, that was.
But that was a big ass arena. That took a while.
It took a minute. It took a long minute. The only real takeaways I have is that they keep teasing Dean turning. Dean ain't turning, guys. Leave it alone. The spear to Braun was hilarious. I laughed.
Oh,
and I said, "Holy shit!"
Yeah,
No,
the interception at the end.
Everything in my life is going right, bitch. You thought, and then it's out of there. Like, that was hilarious to me.
Which, by the way, if we can get somehow, because our editor's pretty kick-ass, if we can get some kind of graphic for that, that'd be fantastic.
Oh, for him to just, like, plug that spot?
Yeah.
Yeah, just put it, like, at the bottom. Like, put it, like, right here. Just, it's funny. Seth got beat the fuck up, like,
he worked a lot of the match.
He got beat the fuck up for a long, long time.
Which kind of tells me, and this is my guess, that Seth may not be featured very heavily on Monday.
Probably not. Well, I mean, I don't fucking know. Like,
we'll find out.
I don't like.
They did tease the Ambrose turn again. I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm over it already.
I like the teases because you're kind of like even when I first saw it, because again, I saw some of this already on social media. Even when I first saw it, I went, ooh.
Well, at that point, it's fine, but it would have been better, and I'm nitpicking, but it would have been better, in my opinion, if he took the Superman punch, Roman clears out the ring, and then he gets in the ring and goes, dude, what the fuck was that? Like, you need to watch where you're aiming if you're going to start throwing fists around here. You don't want me to start throwing fists around here.
And they catch all that.
I'll burn this whole bitch to the ground. I'm not the one to fuck with. And they catch that, like them yelling at each other. That would have made the whole four-corner ring thing make way more sense to me, because you're like, oh shit, he might actually turn because he's pissed. But him just sitting there and looking around being like, nah, I'm just going to run through and kick Braun, it's fine. Like, I don't know. It wasn't for me.
The crowd popped for it, so I guess at the end of the day, it's all that matters.
Wait, I got those three, and I got to do the other three. Drew, great. Great. Oh my god, he's so good. Dolph, I used to think I was going to be tired of Dolph. And since he's been with Drew, I like Dolph. I like Dolph a lot. I think that this is a resurgence that he needs. I don't understand what they're doing to Braun, though. What's up, buddy? I don't understand what they're doing to Braun.
I don't either.
Like, you put him in a stable now because you got to give him something to do, and I know that it's
Crown
it's a
Jewel,
segue.
I think, is either going to be very, very good for Braun, or it's going to be the end of Braun.
No, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be end of Braun.
Well, but to a very certain extent, I think it's gonna hinder a lot of what he does.
Right, 100%. So
other than that, it was a very, very standard 6-man tag team match. And I don't say standard in a bad way, right? But all the bright spots were there. It was very quick pace, I think, for a lot of these heavyweight guys. You don't typically see quick pace out of heavyweights.
Well, that's why I like Drew and I like Braun so much. Braun fast as shit for being 380
I love it.
pounds.
Throw him on the outside. I'm gonna run his ass over.
Yeah, I was like, Braun yelling at people is what makes Braun matches great.
Oh yeah,
because that's what started the whole. Listen here, you cheerleader. You either sit on there and you shut your mouth, or you get in this ring and get these hands like your partner. Like, just randomly just yelling at somebody for no fucking reason because you're just upset. Braun's a G. But yeah, I don't understand what they're doing with Braun. I think that they need to capitalize on him now.
The other thing that I'm very, very mad at is the fact that the Universal title, the Intercontinental title, and the tag titles were all showcased in this match and not defended.
Yep. And how in the hell do the SmackDown titles that are being defended show up so late on the show when all the Raw titles are here and they're not being defended? I don't understand it. It's so annoying. There's a lot of things about this WWE logic I don't understand.
I don't either, but it is what it is. We did not see a successful triple powerbomb, though. I will say that.
That is true. They attempted it.
They didn't do it twice.
Yep. And then Braun was just like, nah, fam.
I'm going to spear all of you.
Yeah. Nah, fam. Jesus. Next. Yeah, trash. How do you do a 3-minute and 15-second video package? Because I timed it, and then you give me a 2-minute and 24-second match between two of arguably the greatest wrestlers on the SmackDown Live roster. It's very arguable. There's one of them. Well, I mean, I'm not.
In a match that we have, in my opinion, haven't seen a fair payoff of.
Yeah, we haven't.
So, how do you build one of the best and most anticipated feuds of the brand split, and you give me such dog shit? How do you do that?
Didn't I ask that same question earlier with different stuff? Listen, man.
Probably.
Listen, the Talking Smack segment was arguably the best segment
Arguably, it is.
in the past few years. That explosiveness that The Miz did made The Miz from a star to a superstar. Pretty much. Because I feel like a lot of people, they like The Miz, but they were like, whatever, like, he's a wrestler. That put The Miz, out there to where people are like, yo, Miz don't give a shit, if it was a shoot or not. And then you find out later that he shot from the hip on that one. And it genuinely upset Brian enough to where he had to walk away because he was going to punch him in the face.
Right.
Dope. Realness translating over the way that it did, this is what makes The Miz a genius. This is what makes The Miz a great performer. And I listened to, Brian Alvarez talk about it. It is he's not a great performer because he's able to be carried through matches.
Right.
He's not able to carry
We've talked
through a
about
match.
that before.
Right. But I like The Miz. I think he's great.
I do too.
I don't like the fact that this is a rivalry that's been built 2 years-ish in the make. Well, actually, no, 8 years. If you start from NXT.
Technically, it's like a decade in the making.
It's been a decade in the making. And you gave me this to counter the tag team match that they had, which Daniel Bryan lost, and the singles match that he had, which he lost. So instead of him actually getting real retribution and beating the shit out of The Miz,
he rolls him up.
He does a couple of yes kicks. He goes for a flying knee. Does get the flying knee.
He eats the flying knee.
Yeah, he eats a flying knee from The Miz. Miz goes for skull crushing finale. There's a roll up, the pin, the 1, 2, 3,
and the crowd nothing, silence, nothing.
Nobody reacts. And then the bell rings. Nobody's reacting. And then Daniel Bryan music plays, and they go, oh. Yeah, what? Oh God!
I can't be bothered with this one. I can't. I really can't. It pisses me off, and that's all I have to say.
Taking my can't be bothered now. See that? See
it's
that?
a good line.
I'm rubbing off on them. Watch, you're gonna start taking CBA.
No.
Mark this in your calendar, people. It is Sunday, October 7th. He's going to start saying CBA on one of these videos. Oh my God, dude, CBA! I can't be asked right now of this.
Because I won't remember what that means. To be fair,
I use it enough. You will.
Nah,
it's fine.
Now this match.
I'll sit back. This is all you.
Oh, this is all me.
This is all you.
This is all me.
This is all I say. I enjoyed it. My number one argument was I really don't like the fact that Triple H beats these icons like Sting and The Undertaker with interference and no disqualification matches lately. It rubs me the wrong way. Anyway, continue. You do you.
So, first of all, you have the promo package, whatever have you, using the video game picture of Shawn Michaels from 10 years ago.
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing?
I think that was from
I think that was Raw vs. SmackDown 09.
Here Comes the Pain.
Or something
the
like
Brock
that.
Lesnar one. Yeah.
It was an old picture.
He looks young. He had long hair.
And a Shawn Michaels entrance never fails to excite people.
Yeah.
I was moving around, turning stuff off, humming the song as I was doing it.
Right.
Okay. And then Triple H comes out, and you pointed it out. What was on his jacket?
Triple H is the best. Triple H walked down with his leather jacket, which on his right pocket had the NXT logo on it.
That was awesome.
Giving a nod to
his brand.
His brand. And I'm calling it a brand because it is a brand. And that made me so happy as a wrestling fan that he knows that he made it. He's the one who picked it out of obscurity and made it the probably multi-million-dollar black and yellow brand that it is today, where all these up-and-coming stars are finally getting the spotlight that they deserve. That's dope as shit. I respect that.
Then Kane comes. Meh. Not to take away from Kane, but
he didn't do shit this
He didn't
match.
do a damn thing.
He didn't do shit
He didn't do a damn
God
thing,
damn
and
it,
they
Kane.
made Shawn look like a pansy.
Goddamn, yeah. Because Shawn was just running around, but he's running around in fear of nothing because Kane ain't doing shit.
And Taker's not doing anything to him.
Yeah.
Initially.
I don't understand.
But then, my dude, the Phenom, the Dead Man, the Undertaker, arrives in Australia. And they brought back the fire.
Yep. They brought back.
God, I love that fire.
Okay, I gotta address this too. JoJo, you had one job, baby.
That's on my list.
Baby girl, you had one job. Okay. You're going to introduce them, but you're not going to introduce them by their most, I don't want to say prestigious, but their most well-known titles.
They're common titles.
They're common titles. You call Triple H the cerebral assassin, the king of kings, and the COO of WWE. You left out the game. Rookie mistake number one. Then you have Taker. You just called him the Phenom. Not going to call him the Dead Man. You could have put in the Dead Man. That would have helped out. But, yeah, it felt like you were being biased towards Triple H a little bit.
I miss Justin Roberts.
Justin Roberts was a G.
I miss Justin Roberts.
I mean, somebody who said it. It might have been you. It was somebody, but somebody was like, no, we like JoJo because she's really, really good looking. And someone's like, motherfucker.
I've never said that.
Okay, no, definitely. No, it's like, no, it's fine. JoJo's really, really good looking. And someone goes, motherfucker, there's good looking women all over the place. We can find somebody better. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you savages.
Then it definitely wasn't me.
Yeah, because JoJo just thick.
And Taker, I'm a huge Taker fan, Mark, whatever you want to call me. So the entrance just gives me chills.
Right. From
the onstart. They announce that it's no DQ and the place explodes with this. Pretty much right after that, we get a "This is awesome."
Yep.
And it was. If you take out the fact that Kane and HBK were useless on the outside,
for the most part,
it was a great match between these two.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't upset with anything. They went for almost half an hour, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yep. It made sense.
Last
Outlaws shooting it out.
Shawn does take more spots than Kane. The only thing Kane does is he goes through the table.
Right.
Everything else from Kane looks sloppy. I get it, man. You're a mayor now, whatever have you. I'm not sure why you're here. But I understand you're there because you're the only one that aligns yourself with Taker, and it makes sense, and this, that, and the other thing. I'm cool with it, right? Just, if you're going to be there, and you're the big red machine.
Then why make it a no DQ?
Yeah.
You should have had it as a regular one-on-one match.
Because everybody could have brawled, and it would have been great.
Right.
Kyoto drops like a sack of potatoes when he gets decked by Taker.
Yep. Referee gets KO'd because he got dragged out of the ring. I hate those spots. I fucking hate those spots. They're so dumb.
I did like the fact that they brawled on the outside, and I feel like
the crowd,
watching it a little bit, I kind of felt like there was more that they wanted to do, but security is like, nah, you go back.
Bring that shit on back.
We can't do this.
Yeah, we're going way too deep in the game.
And then we see the sledgehammer. It's not a Triple H match if the sledgehammer doesn't come out to play.
This is true.
My problem with that, and I said it while we were watching it, HBK hands Triple H the sledgehammer. Kane hands Taker a chair. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah. What?
And then Undertaker subsequently eats said chair.
Yep. Which, I mean, I guess outside of a chain, Undertaker doesn't really have like a signature weapon. Does he?
No.
Yeah, I mean, he had the chain from like the American Badass days, but
that was it.
That would have been a nice nod to that stupid ass era. Like,
I like the American Badass. I think I'm one of few people who liked it.
I'm out of here. Get the fuck out of here, fam. Get the fuck. Listen. Get the fuck out of here.
What was that?
That's what he does. He'd get off of his bike and he'd go in the ring and go, yeah.
And he would shake around a little bit.
And this is what he did. And then he'd make like his nipples touch the ropes, and then he'd bounce off and do it all over the thing. And then whenever he's done with the match, he'd hop on his bike and he'd roll up. I'm out of here. I'm an old man now. Get the fuck out of here.
I did like the DX ending, the super kick into the pedigree.
Oh God. I like it. I just like the fact that's the way that the Undertaker got beat.
I'll agree.
Because it was a sweet chin music, a super kick, a sweet chin music, a pedigree. Like, that's a lot. Like, it's a fucking overkill, bro. Like,
yeah.
A sledgehammer kills a man.
And then they do the show of respect.
Right.
And then the Brothers of Destruction take the, for lack of a better phrase, the heel route.
Yep.
And wreck those guys.
Yep. Tombstone pile driver to Triple H, and then a
Shawn went through the table.
Yep.
Which that surprised me. That Shawn went through the table.
It surprised me.
It surprised me a lot.
Like, holy shit. Okay.
We know that they're setting up for the Brothers of Destruction versus D-Generation X.
Even though this was the last time ever,
right,
that you'll see these
two
fight.
I am kind of excited for it, but The Kane element worries me.
Kane's trash.
The Kane element now worries me.
Kane, let it go, bro. Let it go. You're a mayor now. Like, hang it up. Hang it up.
Other
you
than
got responsibilities.
Other than that, though, I thought it was a really good show.
I enjoyed it.
Shep, we're in Studio C. Shep's off doing. He had some other commitments right now, but he did decide that he was going to put his Universal Championship on the line. Okay. So we put out ballots during the week through Google Forms. Okay, on the card, and I very specifically said in everything, ballots need to be turned in by midnight Eastern Standard Time on Friday night. So 11:59 Friday night before it became Saturday.
Yeah, New York time.
New York time, exactly. Philly time, Jersey time. We did have a couple entries come in after the fact, so unfortunately, I can't use those. I have to stay true to the rules and the word, and we set a time frame. You have to abide by them.
Right.
That being said, Andrew's not the champion anymore.
Yeah.
It actually came down to our buddy Silent Hill and an ATD viewer, Mario, and I'm going to butcher his last name, Pelot.
Spell it.
P-E-L-L-O-T.
Well, it's either pellet or pelot.
I'm going to go with Pelot because it sounds better than pellet.
I'm going pelot, okay? I'm going pelot.
So when we had our tiebreaker question. Our tiebreaker question was, how long from start to finish, if I went on to the WWE Network and I pressed play, what would be the timer down at the bottom?
Mm-hmm.
The timer read 4 hours and I think like 3 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Silent Hill said it would take 5. It would be 5 hours. Mario said 4 hours, 45 minutes.
Yep.
So, Chef is no longer the Universal Champion.
Mm-hmm.
Mario is now the In This Very Ring Universal Champion.
Mazel tov. Congrats, man.
So, I will be in contact with Mario. We'll get this sent out to him. And he will be defending his title at Evolution.
Nice.
Mario, you steal my belt, you wreck my belt, I will come for you.
That escalated real quick. Jesus Christ. I mean, I get it. Jesus Christ.
Just saying.
Okay. Yeah, I get you.
We're going to talk a little bit about Raw and SmackDown. Touch on it very, very briefly. We're going to have fallout from Super Showdown on both shows. They haven't announced anything for Raw for tonight, but I would expect that we're going to hear something from Triple H.
Yeah.
I would expect that we're going to get some Evolution build.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we get an announcement of tag titles, because there was, throughout all the Evolution promos tonight, they were saying 50 women are going to be competing.
Right.
How the hell are you going to get 50 women competing? Unless you have some kind of tournament or whatever. Because we already know it's the Alexa Trish match, there's 2. Mickey Lita, there's 4. Ronda Nikki, there's 6. Mae Young Classic, there's 8. And then Kairi Shayna, that's 10.
Yep.
Where the hell are you going to pull the other 40 from?
Yeah.
And make it make sense.
Right.
Okay. We can expect that Roman is going to hopefully start focusing on the Crown Jewel match and focus solely on Braun, not the whole collective.
Hopefully.
Hopefully we start getting the Universal title and the tag titles defended. Okay. Over on SmackDown, it's already been announced, Becky versus Charlotte.
Yep.
If Becky gets disqualified, she loses the title.
Yep.
We're going to have, obviously, fallout from AJ Joe. The Miz is going to have something to say when it comes to Daniel Bryan. And I wouldn't be surprised if we get new challengers for the tag titles.
Yep.
Okay.
And then we got to talk about Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles at the Crown Jewel. So they got to talk about that too.
So there's going to be some build up there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's...
They might wait on that a little bit, but...
But you could also do it to where the main event could turn out to be Joe and Miz versus AJ and Daniel Bryan based on some kind of promo that happens.
Right.
So final thoughts on Super Showdown, just a couple sentences on it. I thought it was a great show. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was really nervous about it. I didn't think I was going to as it was getting closer, because I didn't think the matches were going to be good, I guess you could say.
Right.
But I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I like the show. I was concerned that the matches and the results of the matches wouldn't really mean shit. And I'm glad to know that that's not the case. The only exception to that is we're seeing Charlotte versus Becky again on Tuesday, but it's fine. It's whatever. I don't mind seeing those guys feud for a little bit.
It could build to a payoff at Evolution. Because now you only have, 3 weeks before Evolution?
Yeah, something like
so
that.
Some of these things have to...
28th.
These things have to happen really quickly.
Right.
In order for us to get the proper build to Evolution that we're going to get.
Yeah, because they're not going to give up hours of Raw and SmackDown to build... or to the women so they can build. Like, women are going to have to use the time that they're given.
Correct.
So,
and I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of stuff through social media and different things like that building this up.
Yep. 100%.
Now let's talk about the boys over at Lazy Booking.
Go ahead, start it off.
So first of all, Lazy Booking airs Thursday nights here on A2D Radio about 6:30, 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the Ginger Gang, you've got Mataraki, you got Brodo. They're all cool people. I've known Mataraki since I was born. He's the reason we're here. Yeah. And I love the appreciation that we get. But I have something to say about the analogy. This right here, this is not Ring of Honor. This is the upper echelon. And we prove it time and time again.
I mean, I don't want to call myself a brand or anything, or I don't want to call us a brand or anything, but if anything, we're the New Japan to your Ring of Honor. Hell, we're the New Japan to your reality of wrestling.
Oh.
In case you don't know what that is, let me enlighten you. Let me take this off while I tell you. Reality of Wrestling is the promotion that Booker T runs down here in Houston that has some great talent. But they ain't nothing special like New Japan.
Alright, well, hold on.
Wait. Do you get my reference right now?
I get the reference.
Okay.
I get the reference.
So, if we're going to call ourselves, wrestling brands and everything, stay in your lane. Okay? New Japan shit, you don't fuck with this. Okay? Okay? He's the Kenny Omega. Oh, actually, no. He's the Okada to my Kenny Omega.
I'll take
you don't
that.
Want this problem. Okay?
I'll take that.
Okay?
But I will say this.
Young Bucks. Okay? You see where I'm going with this? Chaos. Okay? The Switchblade. Okay?
You're referencing a lot of shit I don't know.
Pentagon. Mic drop. I'm done. I'm out of here. Pentagon, fam.
So, all of that being said.
Will Ospreay.
April. There is no maybe. There is no we're working it out. No. April. Jax and Ritz. In this very ring. We will be in Jersey.
Jersey.
We will be there for WrestleMania. We will be there for you, Lazy Booking. Make no mistake about it.
Are we going to have a face-off?
Oh, 100% we're going to have a face-off.
I like that.
Because, I don't know about you, but I don't appreciate being called Ring of Honor. I don't appreciate being called WCW.
That's the one.
But that didn't even come from them. That came from James. James Wilder called us WCW.
Listen, James. Actually, he's a fan, right?
Yeah.
Stay a fan. I won't even entertain the idea any further. Stay a fan.
Now, I will follow all of this up with, as much as that pissed me off.
He was so mad, yo. He was so mad.
I was watching it at work and I wasn't about it. No. There is still a lot of love and respect for them.
Right.
But we're going to settle this. We're going to settle this one way or the other. It will be settled in April. It will be settled at WrestleMania.
I want a piece of Chrome.
Yo, you're just a straight up call out.
I want to go toe to toe with Chrome. We can talk about whatever you want to, fam. I want to go toe to toe. I want to go toe to toe. And understand, I'm going to get training up with Chef. Chef going to train me. He's not going to train me. He's off camera now. He's not going to train me. Here's the thing. I want Chrome. I feel like he's the most relevant. You can deal with the dude that you've known since you were a baby, whatever. I want a piece of chrome. I'm calling it out. Where you at, fam? With any of these titles, you can come get the... Actually, no. I'm going to win this one back. I'm going to win... Hold on, Chef. I'm going to win this one back. You can challenge me to whatever you want to. You're going to get this work. And I'll put that on the line against you. So you let me know what you want to do, Chrome. You let me know.
How did this evolve into you calling out Chrome?
I don't know. He just looks like a good target.
Is it because it's the only name you can remember?
At this very moment after drinking, yes. But I figured I was going to pick the baddest dude on the planet and just whoop his ass. Like, that's what you do in the schoolyard.
I mean, he is the heel.
He's the heel. I'm going to whoop his ass. Yeah. And whatever you want to challenge for. So, you know, but I got to take it off of Chef first, which I will do in due time.
Anyway.
Coming for Chrome.
Again.
And I'm going to be wearing Chrome when I come for Chrome.
It's close to Chrome. It's close to Chrome. It's close to Chrome.
Leather.
Whatever. But, Jax, Ritz, in this very ring, Super Showdown. But, you know, before we go out, I have to address it because it has been the highlight of my week. The love we've been shown on Facebook and YouTube this week.
Oh, substantial.
Super substantial. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was the perfect medley of everything, but the numbers and the views and the comments and the likes and everything like that has just been through the roof and super appreciative.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
Yep.
And as much shit as I talk about the guys over at Lazy Booking,
Love those guys.
Love them.
Those guys.
Love them to death.
Love those guys. They're funny
But
as
damn
shit.
it, we're going to have some fun with it.
Yeah.
And damn it, you're not going to call me Ring of Honor or WCW.
Hold on, I'm gonna imitate my man. What the fuck are you talking about? You listen, listen, Tom. I swear to God, like low key, I watched that shit like 50 times. I went through and looked for that specific spot and played it back like 50 times. That was the highlight of my day.
I'm gonna have it.
Yo, it was so
I've
funny.
already said it. I'm gonna get that sound bite for that.
I'll get it.
And we're gonna have it just be able to drop in anytime
It
we
needs to be
bring
like
up something on the show.
In this very ring. What the fuck is your problem? Welcome. This is Jax and Ritz. That's what I want. That'd be dope as shit.
But you've already challenged Chrome to a Jax challenge in April. I'm going to challenge Lazy Booking in April for
Whole squad?
The whole squad. The whole squad versus us. You're going to be here. You are part of the squad, but you're going to be here, so we're going to act on your behalf.
Yeah. I got you, bro.
You'll still take part in it.
I'll FaceTime you.
We're going to Jersey.
I'll FaceTime you. You'll be there with me.
We'll make it work, though.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's going to be the In This Very Ring squad versus the Lazy Booking squad. Chrome, you and I will figure out the details. We're ironing it all out. Do me a favor.
What's up?
Take us home.
I want Chrome. Okay. Anyway. I am Jax. This is Ritz. This is A2D. In This Very Ring. If we're going to be on YouTube, you need to make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Helps us out. Helps you out. You get to see whenever we're putting out new videos. It's going to be great. Also, you need to check out Tom AM in the P. Wait, Tom and
Mike AM in the PM.
AM in the PM.
Wednesday nights on A2D Radio.
You look at Lazy Booking. All those
Thursday
guys,
nights
show them love
on
because this
A2D
is
Radio.
We're a community, and we're not a community without you. And you help us make the community bigger. We do this for you guys. We do this so you guys are entertained.
And then actually, so this airs on Monday. Later on Monday, I think it's because we're in Central, so it's different for us. But you have Sports Hounds.
Yeah.
And they're going to be talking about the fallout from the Eagles losing to the Vikings.
Ridiculous.
And that's going to be a theme.
Billy, what the fuck? How are you losing to the Vikings?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
I know.
Jeez.
But, all right.
All right.
We're back next week.
Yep, we out. Peace.